Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 521, The Umbrella Man, Intermediate. It was a cold grey Monday morning when Helen missed her train. She had spilled coffee on her coat, dropped her phone down a drain grate, and arrived at the platform just in time to see the 803 disappear into the distance. Rain began to fall, soft at first, then heavier, in cold, steady drops. Her mood sank with it. She sighed and walked to a small café near the station. The bell above the door jingled softly as she stepped inside. It smelled of roasted coffee beans and warm bread. She ordered a cup of tea and sat by the window, drying her damp hands on a napkin. Outside, umbrellas bobbed along like colourful jellyfish, the world blurred behind streaks of rain on the glass. Helen sipped her tea slowly, trying to calm down. So far, her day felt cursed. Then she saw him. He stood across the road under a large green umbrella, looking straight at her. His coat was long and brown, with a neatly wrapped wool scarf. Leather shoes polished to a shine peeked out beneath the hem of his trousers. His clothes looked slightly old-fashioned, but smart. It was his face that made her freeze. He looked just like her grandfather, the same twinkle in his eyes, the familiar tilt of his head. Even the way he smiled, gentle and knowing, made her breath catch. But her grandfather had passed away 5 years ago. She blinked. A delivery van rolled slowly past the cafe window. When it had gone, the man was no longer there. Helen jumped up, confused, and hurried outside. The rain had stopped, though the pavement glistened with puddles. She glanced toward the drain where her phone had fallen. Her mouth dropped open. It was sitting neatly on top of the grate, dry and unscratched. She bent to pick it up, half expecting it to vanish. But it didn't. It switched on without trouble. That's when she saw the umbrella, leaning gently against a lamppost nearby. It was the same deep green colour. There was no one else around. The street was oddly quiet, the air strangely still. For a moment, Helen just stood and stared. She picked it up. It was heavier than it looked, with a smooth wooden handle and a faint smell of rain. Something about it felt warm, comforting. She didn't question why it was there or how it had stayed so dry. She simply opened it and walked slowly to the station. That evening, over dinner at her mum's house, Helen told the story. Her mum listened carefully, her face slowly changing. "That coat and scarf! Your granddad wore that exact outfit every Sunday. And the umbrella, it was his favourite. He believed it was lucky, said it always protected him from more than just rain." After that, Helen couldn't stop thinking about it. In the weeks that followed, small things began to happen. Lost keys would appear exactly where she needed them. Important papers she forgot to print were somehow already waiting on her desk. And once, when she was about to take a wrong turn, a stranger tapped her arm and pointed out a quicker, safer route. She never saw the man in the green umbrella again, but the umbrella now lived beside her door. Every time she reached for it, especially when dark clouds gathered, she felt the faintest shiver, not of fear, but of something gentle and kind, like someone, somewhere, was still keeping watch. Not every mystery needs solving. Some just want to be felt. Vocabulary notes. Glisten. Definition: to shine with a soft, smooth light, often due to being wet. Story example: the pavement glistened with puddles. Similar words: sparkle, shimmer, gleam, twinkle. Usage note: glisten suggests gentle, moist brightness like rain on leaves or eyes filled with tears. Learners might compare it to sparkle, which is often more sharp or energetic. Catch one's breath. Definition: to suddenly stop breathing for a moment, usually due to surprise or strong emotion. Story example: made her breath catch. Similar phrases: gasp, be startled, freeze in place. Usage note: a poetic expression often used in stories when a character is emotionally moved, shocked, or overwhelmed. Lean. Definition: to rest against something at an angle, not lying flat or standing upright. Story example: a green umbrella leaned against a lamppost nearby. Similar words: rest, prop, tilt. Common usage: lean on a wall, lean the ladder against the tree. A versatile verb for describing casual or intentional positioning. He blinked, she blinked. Definition: a natural action of briefly closing and opening the eyes, but in stories often used to show disbelief or surprise. Story example: she blinked. Similar expressions: shake one's head, rub one's eyes, stare in disbelief. Note for learners: although blinking is physical, in narratives it adds subtle emotional nuance, perfect for building comprehension of tone. Catch: a train, bus, flight. Definition: to arrive in time to board or take transport before it leaves. Story example: she caught the next train. Similar verbs: take, board, hop on. Learner tip: catch is more casual and implies urgency, useful in spoken English. Did you catch the 6:45? Turn on, a device. Definition: to activate or start an electrical device. Story example: it's switched on without trouble. Similar expressions: power up, activate, boot up for computers. Usage note: common everyday phrase. The phrasal verb structure may need reinforcing with learners. Faintest. Definition: superlative form of faint, meaning extremely small, slight, or barely noticeable. Story example: the faintest shiver, not of fear, but of something gentle. Similar words: slightest, tiniest, subtlest. Learner tip: often used with feelings or sounds, e.g. the faintest sound, faintest idea. It's useful for expressive storytelling. Story written by Copilot on Windows 11. Image created by desgo.com. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.